Welcome back to the SQC Workbook audio presentation. My name is Andre Lim. I'm your host. I'm the Director for Lanka Institute of Quality Management. This is lecture series number 5. We are now at the check stage of your project here. In this stage here, after you have made your implementation, you must continue to work at the project to make sure that the project is managed well and that everything is going smoothly. You should understand if there is any problems that is associated with the countermeasures that you have and you and your team has made recommendation for. Now, when you make changes, you should know that some countermeasures work very well and some don't work well. So you should try to take note because you are learning how to solve problems. So in learning to solve problems, you need to understand how countermeasures behave as well. So later on, when you have more experience, you can understand what I'm saying. So believe me that you need to try to understand how countermeasures work and how to design countermeasures better in the future. So here, do a checklist of all the things that has led to improvements. What were the things that worked? All right, and did the changes have the good effect? So sometimes when you want to do something like somebody is not behaving properly, you go and tell him you're a friend, in a friendly way. You tell him, oh, you are such a nerd, or you are such a silly man, And what do you end up? Well, he starts to scold you back in return. So that's not a good outcome. So what were the effect? What were the unintended effect? Okay. Now the side effect. Sometimes it worked better than you thought, and sometimes it didn't quite work as good as you thought. Some other new problems came out. What's the target met? What is causing the improvement, and what is not causing improvement? What's causing the lack of improvement? So don't just implement something. Spend your time also to analyze and study the action that you have put in. This is to build up your confidence in problem solving, and so that you become fearless when problems come your way. Okay. Then you remember that we have to work with data. So draw a before and after Pareto diagram like this. Please ask your facilitator to teach you how to draw one. Now, if your target is not met, what happens? You go back to the do stage. Look at your fishbone diagram. Maybe some bones are missing. Brainstorm again. Come up with new root causes. Analyze the root causes. Come up with countermeasures and implement again. Keep going backwards and forwards. Do check until you meet your target. Alright? Then when you have met your target, that's when you stop. That's the end of the project. You do not need to carry on any more than that. Okay? So if you want to make more improvement, that will be the next project. Suppose you reduce the target by 80%. Don't keep on going until you reach 99%. If you want to do 99%, that will be the next project. Because let me tell you, 80 to 99% is very, very much harder to do than 40 to 80%. So now it comes to action stage. PDCA, now we are A stage, which means the question to be answered at this stage is how to keep the solution effective over a long period of time. You want to standardize this. Okay, you want to document this. You want to write it down. You want to inform people. You want to make sure that all these countermeasures that you have come up with are evergreen. Okay. You need to provide training and so on. So you write down your standardization. From now on, I mustn't, if you're late for school, from now on, I must wake up at 5 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. I must be on this bus, I must be on this route, I must ride a bicycle, whatever. I know that is going to be your new standard of doing things. here, this is something optional. This is called a radar diagram, a radar chart. Your facilitator will learn how to do this in the Facilitator 3 course, but nonetheless, it's easy to learn. The team self-evaluation could be something reflective. Spend time to think about your team. Was communication okay? Was there trust? Did we have more trust before we started, and did you get less? Sometimes the more you work with people, the less trust you get. It doesn't get better, it gets worse. Why? Why did it get worse? Okay? The idea is not to get angry and leave the group. The idea is to find out what went wrong and solve it together. You want to stay together. And your next project, okay, what is your next project? So now we are coming back to do stage. So your next project, you will continue. Maybe you only achieve your target of 80%, you want to reach 99%. Or maybe someone has changed the target. Before school start at 9 o'clock, now school is starting at 7 o'clock. So now there's a bigger problem, for example. So always find out what is important to you. Solve the problem that's critical. Don't solve problems that are easy to do. Okay, that's a cop-out. You should do problems that are really, really important and really affecting you, giving you headache, troubling you. And when you solve the problem, it's a big sigh of relief. There's great happiness. Nothing beats the joy of solving a problem. With that, I thank you very much. This is the end of your PDCA, but you have also in this workbook project presentation notes. I will probably make another video on this time to come. And this is the last one on page 20. Please turn to page 20. You will see this. This is what we call a poster presentation here. And this is the A3 size paper, which means it's 2 A4 sizes, size paper that you stick together, makes an A3 size. Okay, like this. This is one A4, and this is another A4. So 2 A4 becomes A3 size paper. Just look at this here. You can easily fit all your QC presentation, the SQC presentation, into one piece of paper. That's the idea. Stick it onto the bulletin board and share your problem, your project with other people. They have so much to learn from you. Well, thank you very much again. I wish you good luck for your project and all the best. God bless you. Take care.